Hey everyone, this is William Hung. Please check out the podcast called Subfacts with Matt and Mooney. They talk about food, music, TV, movies, and anything pop culture.
Hello and welcome to the moving edition of Subfacts. I'm your host, Matt. I'm here with my partner in crime, Mooney. What's up, Mooney?
What's up, dude?
Hey, this is going to be an exciting show. I am so excited. We have our very first.
I don't know if it's that exciting.
We have our very first mystery box unboxing on the show tonight.
Absolutely.
So I'm really excited, but I want to build a little anticipation. So with that being said, I think we should go right into the warm-up so we can do the unboxing shortly after.
Okay. You're going to set the stage for the unboxing is after the warm-up.
Exactly. Okay. After the warm-up, but at least we can build the anticipation.
Right. Like if we had a commercial, people would wait through the commercial to come back.
Yeah, we're doing this on purpose. Okay. So with that being said, Bacon!
Hello.
What's up, bro?
Hello, boys. How are you?
We're doing great. So far, we got an unboxing to do.
I'm excited. It's going to be cool.
Yep.
All right. Here's the warm-up for this week. First question. What were your big misconceptions about sex when you were a kid?
Man, I have no idea. Jeez.
I can say this, and it's something that just shows up to mind immediately. Huh. Like, I feel like I knew everything because BK was, as soon as he learned something, had no ability to keep it from me. So, like, I learned everything like 2 years earlier, I think. But I vividly remember sitting at a, the lunch table, and somebody was talking about ejaculate, for lack of better terms. That's scientific. I can say that.
Ejaculate.
And I was in like elementary school. Like probably 5th grade, 6th grade, something, whenever those times are. And I remember somebody saying that, oh yeah, they do it all the time, that kind of thing, as kids are braggadocious. And the one guy said that it was like purple. And then like everybody else around the table was like, yeah, same thing, same here. And I remember
it's
just
purple, and everyone's like, yeah, it's purple.
Yeah. And I was just like, yeah, okay, going along with it. So I would say for just a little bit of time, I thought it was purple.
I don't even know how you remember back that far that it was. I don't like
because it was so randomly weird. And then when I found out that it wasn't, then because I was like, when does it turn purple? Like it was something that bothered me because I was like, how come, then I started worrying about the kid. I'm like,
well, I mean, maybe I don't know. Like I was sort of exposed to it through movies, right? Like, I mean, I was watching horror movies at like, 80, what was 9 years old, 8 years old?
How much ejaculate was in horror movies?
Well, I mean, not ejaculate. It says what you know about sex. It doesn't say what you know about ejaculate.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Jesus Christ, no. So, I mean, 81 or something like that, 82, you're watching Friday the 13th and they're having sex in the movie. You see it. So you're like, oh, okay, well, I assume that's sex, a boy on top of a girl. And,
boom.
That's how it works. But like, you kind of like, I had an older brother too. So I don't know, you kind of get exposed to it a little earlier than you should.
Yeah.
I never really had to talk about it. Then, I was in high school. My dad's like, so you know about it, right? I'm like, yeah, I do.
I do think a common misconception is where certain things are located, whether, because I'll be honest, like I knew another dude.
Are we going down this road?
Another dude in high school who was like, oh yeah, hey, lost the big V, all that kind of stuff. And then I talked to the girl shortly after and she was like, yeah, he wasn't technically there. Does it count?
Oh, Jesus.
And so it's a whole thing. But anyway, I think some people have issues where things are located.
Well, maybe then they don't know. Maybe they needed to read this book that Brian has up here.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe you'll have something like that in the mystery box.
Right. God, if that book is in
Wouldn't
here,
that be great?
Cow.
It'd be awesome.
All right, great. Next question. Which one of these inactive bands do you want to make a comeback the most? Any others, but the key band members have to still be alive? Would you rather they stay inactive?
So just out of curiosity, and I'm making sure I'm hearing this correctly. So you have Thin Lizzy up there, but Phil Lynott has been dead for like 30 years now. So does that mean he doesn't come back?
Well, but I mean, Thin Lizzy has been going on. They as a band have been going on for a long time since then, right? So
I know, but I wouldn't go see him without Phil.
Oh well, I mean, okay, so that's debatable. So that wouldn't be on your they wouldn't be on your list, right? But now Thin Lizzy is completely retired, right?
Yeah. Oh, I think, and it's these particular bands.
I mean, it could be any. It could be other ones. I just put some up here, right?
Oh,
well, right. I mean, like I wouldn't mind an Oasis comeback or a Four Non-Blondes comeback at all.
I think for me, hands down on this particular list is Pink Floyd.
They're on the bottom right there. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that either.
Like a Pink Floyd, I think me and the rest of the world probably want a Pink Floyd reunion tour.
Out of those choices, Pink Floyd is probably the best.
I think Slayer would be my second.
Only because I don't know any, Twisted Sister, but I don't know if they would do it.
They're actually doing something together. It's for like a benefit.
I've always loved them. I think they're awesome.
There was just news on that like yesterday, I believe. And so, but yeah, they're not going to do it.
I mean, Oasis, I thought was a really good band. What about Primitive Radio Gods? How about them? I'm kidding.
No, I think universally, when you look at like bands that you want them to come back and tour, I think probably the holy grail is typically Led Zeppelin, and it's like ABBA, and then you get to I think the Smiths, like the original lineup of the Smiths, would be one that I think everybody would want. Well, I would want to see.
I know Billy Joel still tours, but I would love for him to do a new album. I think that would be awesome.
He's actually touring with Stevie Nicks this summer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I like Stevie Nicks. I definitely want to go to that show.
Okay. That show's going to be expensive, though.
Cool. All right. Yep. Last question. What was the worst movie of 2022?
I probably didn't see any of these. I didn't.
Yeah. I didn't see any of them because they looked awful.
You saw Morbius,
I've seen
right?
3 of them.
I wanted to see Morbius, but
I didn't see Moonfall. Out of the ones you have up here, the only one I would want to watch is Moonfall. I heard Firestarter is awful. Mm-hmm. Morbius is God.
It was awful. I saw it. It was terrible. The Bubble was terrible. Spiderhead, I had it turned off halfway through.
It's a movie. Oh, no, I did see Spiderhead. Is that the one with Chris Hemsworth?
Yeah, where he's like the scientist and he's doing like emotional experiments on people with drugs.
I have seen that with Miles Teller. That movie is God. I really wanted to pierce my eyeballs with an ice pick to stay up because it was so bad.
Wow. I'm just going to say all of them, but I think Morbius was one that I think it failed twice. So you have to put that in perspective.
Yes.
It technically failed twice. So they released it, then they thought it was like maybe just bad timing.
No, it was because there was a whole like funny meme that all the fans started were like, we really like Morbius.
Oh, yeah.
And the studio, Sony or whoever it was like, oh, let's re-release it then, and maybe we'll get some more money from it. And nobody went and saw it the second time either.
Yeah. And the fact that it's a 2-end flop has to be the worst movie of the year.
I mean, Moonfall's probably the best out of them, but Morbius is easily the worst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
I'm for it.
Spiderhead's bad, though.
All right. Okay.
What's the one on the left? Oh, the next Jets QB1. Ooh. I mean, I know this is not a question, but
no, this is.
I'm leaning.
Obviously, Lamar Jackson's on the screen there because there was a report this week that they're going to be targeting him if he's available.
Yeah, they probably will, but I think they're going to go after Carr. I think that's their number one target.
Awesome. You know what time it is?
Uh-oh.
Okay, so let me set the table. Okay, folks. So months ago, I talked about this on the show where you can essentially buy returned goods. When you talk about like Home Depot, Amazon, a lot of the big companies, they, especially with COVID in the world, people buy stuff online. They don't like it for whatever reason, and then they send it back. So typically these companies are so huge, what they do is they just palletize the stuff and then they sell it to distributors, and who then in turn sell it to other people who can then buy it themselves and then ideally flip it via Facebook Marketplace, via, OfferUp and stuff like that. So I started this whole thing, a couple months ago, and buying like full pallets, and it's actually been kind of fun, and we've actually been pretty profitable. So the pallet person that we get our pallets from had this special mystery box. It was special Home Depot small items mystery boxes. And so of course we've wanted
I got suckered into buying one.
Of course, Mooney, with the FOMO that he had, because I was like, dude, I'm gonna go, I need to leave early.
I have FOMO beyond belief.
I was like, I need to leave early. I'm gonna go pick up some
I'm selling this box back to you if it sucks.
So this box was $75. So it's supposed to have at least a couple $100 MSRP in it. And so, but we don't know what it is. It could be complete crap. It could be worth a couple $100 on the flipping market. So
could be.
So,
and then I have to put in the effort to sell. So I don't know. I'm not sure.
So I'm kind of curious to see what it is. Go slow. Because we want people to keep watching.
And I'm going to try to look up prices of things as you pull them out.
So you can put it up against the camera too. So
okay.
So basically, let's say like the first thing
what
that you pull.
In the hell is this?
Oh, those are awesome.
A halogen floodlight.
So I actually have these for my yard. Those are actually pretty okay.
They are?
They're solar power. They work. They're pretty awesome.
Okay. So maybe I'll put one in my backyard then.
Yeah.
I'll keep this.
Boom. You might want to keep that one.
Keeping the halogen.
Okay.
This one I'm not keeping.
By the way, that was brand new, untouched.
Okay. This is completely worthless.
Okay. What is this?
And it's opened. So
what is that?
It's a Glacier Bay. I don't even know what this is. I can't even do anything with this.
You could totally flip that. I don't know what it is either.
How can I flip it? It's already opened.
No, but that's fine. It's used. No, it's not even used.
I don't even know who shower head spigot, like that comes out of the wall.
It's a shower head. Yeah. You can flip that. People want parts. Think of it as just you're selling parts.
Okay, so completely awful. 20 multicolored giant lights. I'm not going to use these at all. Okay, so I can completely screwed.
That Glacier Bay shower arm thing is worth $26.
Mooney.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
You can sell that for $26. You're making your money back, sir.
Okay, what is
that? Oh, you know what that is? That's a faucet cartridge.
Okay.
Well, those things can be expensive. What are they? What's the brand? Can you talk about what brand it is so I can?
Yeah, it's a Leviton black brand. And white 20A locking.
Oh, it's a connector.
Oh, it's a connector.
Yeah, I have no
20
idea.
amp connector. Oh. So it's for like an electrical cord.
Oh yeah.
It's $21.
$21. Boom. Don't think you can't flip that.
No way I can flip it.
You can.
So you sell it for $5 on eBay.
That's what I'm saying. Sell it for $5 or $10.
Okay, so this is Atomic Compact Series.
Ooh, DeWalt too. That's a chalk line.
A chalk line. What's this? Is this
Yeah, that's how you do a chalk line.
Okay.
$10. $10.
Yeah, it's not real. You got $10, Mooney. You can sell this.
All right.
$5.
So I basically wasted $75, and I hope I get it at the casino.
No, you got some good stuff there.
Okay, this is all garbage, and all of it's opened. You said unopened. Everything I'm opening is open.
It's going to be open.
Yes.
A Halo ultra thin downlight. What in the God's name is this?
That's $30 original, by the way. Don't think it's not.
It is. It says $30 on it.
I know.
Yeah.
$30 right there. You could sell that for half off. 15. You're already making your money back.
I have no idea where I'm going to sell this.
Facebook Marketplace, sir.
Great. Something for the top of the tree, which I can't use for 12 months.
But you can sell it earlier. How much is it?
No one's going to want to buy it now. I'm going to have to wait till next Christmas.
No, now's the time. Well, how much is it, though?
Oh, great. Sell it for $2.
$20.
It's a nice tree topper, folks. $20.
Oh, good. Because there's 2 of them that I can sell for $5 each.
Or $10, and then you get $20.
Oh, my
You're making your money, sir.
This is awful.
I think this mystery box might be good.
You got over $100 of stuff there. I mean,
you really do.
Oh, what's this?
That's a
safety, a yellow safety vest. What I always wanted.
It's not for you. It's for you to flip, sir.
There's no way people are buying these, and I got 2 of them.
Awesome.
Some of those are expensive. Which one is it?
It's the. Let me see which one it is. Probably $14. It is the Class 2 yellow safety vest, HDX.
Yeah. So it's $14.
Yeah, there you go. $14 each, sir.
Ooh, a party LED color light. Maybe I could sell these.
But maybe this vest is clearly not opened. You could easily make money off of that.
Okay, I may be able to sell these.
There's 3 of them. Do you know the brand?
How did it label party light?
Philips light up with color party LED light, 13.5 watt.
That you choose to embrace, while the other stuff that
none of this stuff is going to sell ever. An extension cord, something I can never use and never sell.
The party light is like $10.
Your party light's $10. Your vests are way more money.
What are the vests?
The vests were $15.
Oh wow!
What I'm saying is, you could get $10 for the vest.
Actually, you know what? I might be able to use the extension cord at the house because I have too big of a one at the house right now. So
see, it's a win-win.
This might be useful.
It's a win-win.
Let's see here. Ooh, a Chamberlain wireless keypad, which has no value whatsoever.
What do you mean? Let's see this, Brian. The wireless keypad is probably $20, $25 at least. I would say more. It's Chamberlain. It's you have specific for too. $40, dude.
$40.
You're looking at $40. $40 for this. You can get it 20.
What does it do?
You mount it on the exterior garage. You don't have a garage door, but if you mount it on the outside of the garage door.
Oh, it works with any garage door?
Yeah, it's compatible.
I could sell that one.
You could totally sell that. You can sell all of this if you put your mind to it, sir.
Certainly could.
All right. I don't know what this is.
You got the best mystery box I've seen so far.
No, this is all garbage stuff. I don't even know what this is. This is okay, I can't even. It doesn't even say anything.
Folks, you're gonna want to watch the YouTube on this one.
This is
visuals.
This is it. This is Morbius. I got the Morbius box.
I think it's awesome.
Oh, you know what? 75 watt EcoSmart bright white. Oh, this I can actually use at the house. I think I need these.
I don't even know what this thing is.
LED 75 watt replacement LED lights.
Those are like
I think I have these
$13.
All right.
This is like a home flex.
All right. I think I could probably use this at the house.
But this is unopened. If you can take the stickers off and find out what it actually is, I'm sure we can get this. You can flip this.
What in God's name is this?
It's an ironing cable. No, cable tie. Is it cable ties?
Oh, I got 2 double robe hooks.
Oh, it's gear ties.
Oh, I got robe hooks just in case anyone wants them. Robe hooks.
By the way, folks, if you're looking for a good deal on these, if you want to write into our show at subfactspodcast@gmail.com, I'm sure Mooney is willing to sell them to you. Ooh, mystery box within a mystery box.
What in God's name is this?
Remember, subfactspodcast@gmail.com if you want some of these items.
A Ryobi. What is that?
Oh, see?
Oh, what is this?
I can't tell because I see nothing but box. Here, let me see.
A Ryobi. Oh, it's a finish stapler.
Oh, see? It's rigid, actually. This is a pneumatic stapler. Awesome. This is your money right there. Right.
So
here.
that's probably what, $20, $30?
No.
I'm looking it up.
Brian,
Do you,
rigid?
It's 100 and what's the model number?
I think it's the one you have for $129. Yeah, and it looks like it's never been used.
It depends, because some of them come. Did it come with a like a bag?
It's got this thing around the trigger.
Yeah.
Does it have a bag like a carry case?
No.
Yeah, that might not be that one.
So maybe
no. I mean, they're all about 100.
It's at least,
if it's this one, it could be 279. What's the model number?
Yeah, I'll sell it for $75.
I can't read it on the thing, but
doesn't have a model number on the box.
No.
And then LED lights. That's the rest of the box.
Here.
Oh, and a master lock. If someone wants, they can have this.
Oh, carabiner type thing. No, but this right here, that's your big winner.
Yeah, that's like
that's my winner.
$150 to $200 for that.
All right.
$150 to $200.
So I'll sell it for what? What do you
even if you sell it for $75, you break even.
True, but I think you put it up for $125 because they're going to try to talk you down. Go down to $100.
All right.
Right there, you made your money back and $25.
Sweet.
Because if it's this one, if it's this one, this one's $180. So, which I think is that one.
Yeah. It could be that. It looks like that one.
Winner, chicken dinner.
And if you think about it, some of the other stuff, as much as you're poo-pooing it, you put it all together and you're in for you probably got a good couple $100 here.
Was this all in there?
Was that it?
No, it wasn't.
No, it was all in the box.
Yep, that was it.
Nice.
Boom.
I think you did pretty well.
All right.
Mystery box solved. We now know the mystery. So, wow. Don't go thrashing. But no, dude, that's a big prize.
All right. So I got one winner.
Well, I think you got a couple winners.
I think cumulatively you've got, you could sell that for a couple hundred. Like you could probably sell all that and come out with, at least double your money.
Agreed.
I don't even know where to. Okay.
Just stick it over. Yeah, just stick it over there. I'll vamp for a little bit. So anyway, folks, so far this whole world of flipping things from pallets has been fantastic. My first pallet, I've actually doubled my money. And it doesn't take that long neither. So really what you want to do is you want to find a pallet distributor in your area, or you can go online and you can actually kind of bid for your own pallets. It's kind of a fun experience. So definitely look that up. But this was the first time we've ever had a mystery box where we didn't know anything that was within that box. So way to go, Mooney. I think it's a success, sir.
I don't know about that.
I think it's a good one. I think you could definitely make a good couple $100.
Like when he gets his headset back on and he's back on the mic, ask him like what he was expecting. I want to know, because clearly it didn't meet his expectation.
No, it doesn't seem like it did. But see, what I've found is when I get these pallets, I will say I kind of have an idea of what some of the things are, but there's still a lot of things that are complete crapshoots. And I will say there's a lot of things that you open up and you just go, oh, we just completely lost money on this one. But those are the ones that sell. Those things that I don't think anybody wants is what actually sells. And so, we've sold a lot of crazy things. And once again, I'm like, I don't know why anybody would want it. But, we had a washer and dryer system that I guess it's for like campers or something like that. And I'm not going to one of my shirts probably would not have fit in the washer section or the dryer section, but we sold it at like a high price. And it was just like, hey, somebody out there wants it. You know how they always say the heart wants what the heart wants? Somebody out there is looking for that tree topper that Mooney has, and he's got 2 of them to sell. So folks, once again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you happen to be interested in any of these products, feel free and write into subfactspodcast@gmail.com, because Mooney might be able to sell them to you at a good cost. And so that was exciting. I think it was fun. Are you almost ready?
I'm ready. I don't know how I am going to get all that stuff back in the box.
Yeah, that's the fun part of it. That's the mystery. And so,
all right. So that was minor success. I wouldn't say good success.
Well, so here's the thing. What did you expect? What did you think?
No, it was probably what I expected.
So so Christmas Day, you have the same results. Like Christmas Day, when you get other gifts, you just assume it's like that, or
no. Christmas Day, I know I'm going to get some stuff that's good, but like, I don't know. I was hoping that maybe less items and some good stuff.
Yeah,
but it's not. I mean, it's a crapshoot.
Yeah. So what I was saying is, you don't look at it as something that I'm going to keep, because that's actually harder. When it's something that you don't even want, you can actually just go in and look at it methodically and go, oh, well, this costs X amount MSRP.
No. I was hoping to sell some of this stuff, but I was hoping it'd be now I got to sell probably like 3 lights, and maybe someone goes, oh, I need 2 of them. I don't know. It's just
but believe it or not, it's actually a big thing where it's more Gen Z, apparently, where, it's good for the environment. So it's repurposing things, as you know, like they're all about repurposing things. So when you consider like big companies like Home Depot and Amazon have all these returns that most of them are still perfectly good. A lot of your stuff was perfectly good. It's just that the packaging was damaged.
Yeah, but that's the other thing. I didn't think that the packaging would be that damaged on that stuff.
But that's a lot of times why people return it. So the thing is, a lot of those things are perfectly good, and you can give it to a new home. You're giving it to a new home at a better cost.
At a much better cost.
But I'm saying that's a thing. And so, so pretty exciting.
Right, I mean, the drill will probably make my money back, maybe almost, right? I mean,
definitely.
So, I mean, if the drill makes my money back, then I could probably even throw away the other stuff. I mean,
you could, but you're throwing away money.
Well, I can give it to you to sell, and you can you can sell it. Whatever you get, you get.
Boom. You know what else you can do? And I actually thought about this because I got a mystery box too, and there's some things that I consider kind of crap that would take more time to try to flip. But if I had a yard sale, which we always do at least once a year, I can make my own mystery boxes.
Yes.
But sell them for like $1. Here's a mystery box for $1.
Mystery box for $5, $10.
Guaranteed to have at least $5 worth of goods
more
in it.
Than that.
Whatever it is. We could figure that out. But I mean,
right.
Who's to say you can't have your own mystery box? You could do that. You could actually flip your mystery box. Boom.
Boom.
We could do the Subfacts mystery boxes too, where it's like,
well, that's what I thought we were doing. I thought we were doing a Subfacts mystery box, and then we turned it into a Mooney mystery box.
No. I mean, what I meant by Subfacts is like the people who write into our show.
Oh, okay, got it.
They could go like, hey, could we get an autographed poster, which are available at subfactspodcast.com. And you could go, I could also throw in something free from Mooney's mystery box. Boom. We can figure it out. There's all kinds of creative ways to handle this.
I think we can figure it out.
Yeah, but I'm excited for it. I think it's...
Hey, that was my first mystery box experience. It was a decent one. Mm-hmm. I would probably do it again because I'm a gambling person.
It could have been way worse. Okay. So with that being said, that was our mystery box unboxing.
I hope it was exciting. I try to make it as exciting as every bit as I could.
I'm sure there's probably some frustrated people on YouTube going, they didn't really show the items up close.
We did. We showed the drill. We showed like the halogen lights. Some of the stuff was like, come on. I mean, half the box was Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Christmas lights.
Somebody out there is buying Christmas lights.
No one's buying Christmas lights right now. Nobody. And they gave me like the big honking Christmas lights that no one uses anymore.
No, people are buying them for really cheap right now. So if you really wanted to just offload them, hey, $5. Boom. Somebody will give you $5 for them.
Yeah, I could sell all of them. I can sell both Christmas tree toppers,
$5 each,
and all the lights, $20.
That's what I'm saying. Boom. There you go. You're making money already.
Boom.
That's how you do. And so, I think it's a good thing. I think you could do it. While we're talking about some of the things that are kind of social media ready, I found like it's kind of our calling, for lack of better terms.
Our calling. So our calling is not a podcast anymore.
Well, no, that is our calling.
This is the second calling.
I don't know what you can actually, I'm going to describe this to you and you can tell me
all right
So
that sounds good.
I found a person on TikTok who does everything that we would do, but it just happens to be a really attractive female. And I think she's got a huge following
because she's an attractive female.
But
and she's got things up front.
And that's funny because that's exactly what I said pre-show.
I'll be honest with you.
Like,
she doesn't.
I said the same thing.
She doesn't really show like body shots or anything like that. So it's really more.
She doesn't show any cleavage.
No, it's all
no cleavage.
No, it's all face stuff. But her name is Dawn Farmer. So she's a girl from England who is fascinated and loves like American food, like an American junk food. And so it seems like she's just all about
do stuff.
She's just all about America.
If she's overage, I don't know. Is she overage?
I think she's like 23 or something that. So anyway, she loves American junk food and American culture. So what happens is people, because there's things like ranch dressing, you can't get in England. It only exists in America.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So people.
Why is that? Ranch dressing's phenomenal.
So people send her ranch dressing. So I noticed, there's like a link page on her TikTok, and one of the links is to her like Amazon wish list, I guess. So what happens is people send her like American junk food, whether it's Girl Scout cookies or ranch dressing or whatever, and she tries it and gives like her taste, approval or disapproval. And then what I got caught up on was this, I guess recently she was in New York. She took a trip to America and went to like Cat's Deli, went to get some New York style pizza.
Nice.
Her whole trip was dedicated to eating junk food, which is what we would do.
Right. But we already live here.
No, if we went to England, so let's say the roles were reversed. And this is why we need.
Yeah, but is there good food in England?
I'm sure there are.
Like stuff that we would like.
Okay. Andy.
Outside of that, like the fried sausage thing that looks delightful.
Like Andy from Creative Underground and of course Matt from England. You guys need to write in and school Mooney on this one. I'm sure there's plenty of English stuff that we haven't had that's fantastic.
Okay, fantastic. Like I'm
sure
they're a lot thinner over there.
Well, that's what I noticed, and she commented like somebody sent her when she came to America. She kept commenting on the size of like the drinks and the size of the food. Like the drinks they give you are like huge. Like even if you go to like, in her case, she had like a Dr. Pepper. The Dr. Pepper bottle in America is like way bigger than
because it's probably 20 ounces. There it's probably 8.
Yeah, it's something very small. But outside of that, I think they probably do have some good stuff. But
I don't doubt they have good stuff.
But we need to get on her whole thing where people send us like food from their country that they love, and then we can't get here, and then we chow down on it.
Okay. Well, do you think people from Europe are going to want to send 2 heavier set guys?
See, that's the problem. Like she's attractive, and I get that's why she's got all the followers.
Right,
that she
of
has.
course.
But I think it would be nice if we could get somebody to do that for like start up that following, because we love trying new junk food.
And maybe we get some lazy Saturday girls that are looking for.
So anyway, I went down the full Dawn Farmer rabbit hole.
Of course you did. Last
night, and I wanted to bring it up because I'm sitting there going, if we were remotely attractive, we would be gangbusters because we would be doing the exact same thing.
I would do 100% the same thing.
Yeah. And I appreciate the fact that she's in England and 100% loves America and is all
Maybe we can pretend to be English. Mm-hmm. And then people would send us food here, and then we could just eat the food.
Yeah. And the one thing I found out was funny too, and then I'll go to the next subject. But what I thought was funny is somebody asked her if people in England do American accents as much as we do British accents. And she was like 100% yes. And I never thought about it. But if you think about it, we've all tried a British accent. We've all sat there and tried to do that, and you never think about other countries doing
our accent. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so she did it a little bit
Australian
too.
Accent people there do our
And so it's just one of those weird things. Like it's very similar to I knew a guy, it was a Chinese guy, and he had a dog, and he brought his dog to where I was working, and I was like, "Oh, hi, boy," and he goes, "Oh, he doesn't speak English." And I was like, how do you know your dog doesn't speak English? And he goes, he's a Chinese dog. And then I'm like, how do you know?
Because every command they've ever given the dog is in Chinese.
Yeah, I was looking for features on the dog, not realizing what an idiot I am.
Right.
Because it's like, yeah, if the dog has never known anything but Chinese, then it's
right. Yeah,
Chinese
every command's
dog.
in Chinese. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So I don't know why.
But I mean, the English, see, I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously, actors do it all the time, right? Like, who's the Spider-Man guy? Andrew Garfield, right? Yeah. He's got an accent naturally, but when he does the Spider-Man movies, he doesn't use the accent.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of people do that, and so it's pretty cool. But it does make me happy knowing that there's kids in England doing their best American accent.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
I really do think we should try the food thing. Maybe, and people send.
We got to set this up, Brian. Can you get Dawn Farmer on our show?
Yes,
she's on TikTok. I'm sure she. I'm not gonna lie. That might actually be somebody we could probably get. We're American. She loves Americans.
Awesome. That's a great idea.
I think we could do it.
And we're heavy, so she might be like, "Oh, you guys know a lot of good food."
Yes, because that's the thing. Is
like what should I try that I haven't tried yet? And I'd be like, "Oh my god, you gotta have this.
Maybe we get in a relationship where we send her some good American junk food.
Yeah,
and then she sends us some of their stuff.
Maybe like some fried ravioli. Like I don't know
what they have, and that's what we need to know.
No chance they have fried ravioli. I love fried ravioli.
You know what? She said they didn't have much because when she came to America, she had authentic Mexican food.
Ooh, Mexican.
She said they don't really have that much there. Same with like
chips and salsa,
like
chips and
good
queso,
authentic Italian food. She said
burritos. Too. Oh yeah, Italian food.
And so
we should get her here.
I think we own probably the junk food, like the straight up junk food of the world. She might bring us into something. Maybe it's healthy.
Maybe
and
we'll
good.
Post her up at a.
Yeah, we'll see what's up. But anyway, kudos to Dawn Farmer on TikTok.
Farmer.
Yeah, Brian, make that happen. We need an interview because I want people to send me some free.
I'm already on it.
We should do what she does though, and have the Amazon like wish list.
Yeah.
Who knows? What if somebody just is feeling charitable and wants to send us something to try? That would be awesome. Like if somebody said, "Hey, the brand new Oreos came out, and we want you to try them on the show." Boom.
Or they're in a different country. Maybe they can like send us stuff like that they get, like an Oreo that comes out there that doesn't come out here.
Exactly. And she complained about Oreos because in America we have like so many different varieties, and in England they only have like a couple. So
yeah, we have tons of different Oreos.
We could, Brian, when you reach out to her, just tell her we'll send her a gallon of ranch dressing. Like she seems to love ranch dressing.
Yeah, that will travel. I mean, if it gets there in a couple of days, it'll be fine.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because somebody did send her a bottle of like Hidden Valley, and then when she came to America, there was multiple different types of ranch she had to try, like at different restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, there's different. Buttermilk ranch, regular ranch, jalapeno ranch.
I'm saying we need to reach out.
Yeah,
Brian, make it happen. Okay, cool. So next subject, I wanted to comment on. Last Saturday, BK and I went to go see Emmett Swimming. Boom. And
again,
of course, they played the song that's about BK.
Right.
But one of the things that was really interesting, or at least what I thought was cool, was I think we've established this. BK introduced me to the band, and he was 2 years ahead of me as far as like learning the band. And then I took over with listening to the stuff that had come out in that 2 years, but then I kept going because I'm a loyal listener. And he moved and didn't get a chance. And so he kind of dropped out after the first two albums. Within that time period, the bass players changed. There was an original bass player who had his own kind of style, and that was BK's bass player. My bass player was the current guy. Not like, I'm loyal, whatever. I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Either way, BK and I are having this conversation right before, like right as they came out, something like that. So this lady comes up to me and she's like, "How do you know the bass player? Like, she called him by his name. His name is Scott." She goes, "Yeah. How do you know Scott?" And I go, "I've been a fan of the band since 92.
Yeah.
And she was like, "That is just so weird." And I'm like,
why is that weird?
Why
You're
is
at a
that
concert.
Weird? Yeah, that's what I was like. Why is that weird?
You're at the concert of the band. And she goes, "It's weird that you know the name of the band."
And
sorry, know the name of the bass player?
And then she goes to this person next to her and goes like, hey, so-and-so, this guy's a fan of Scott. He's been a fan since 92.
Is that like unheard of?
They sold out the 930 Club, which is a well-known established club in DC.
People, right?
Yeah, they sold it out, and there's a bunch of people singing the songs.
I'm sure there's a bunch of older people there that have been fans since 92.
So I'm like, why am I getting singled out? Like, what's the deal?
What's odd about me?
Yeah, I was like, there's other fans here. So I found out by talking to her that they all have day jobs.
Yeah.
And she's been working at the day job with the guy for like 10 years, had no idea he was actually in a band and actually was selling out the 930 Club.
So he's probably like, hey, why don't you just check us out? We're playing that 930 Club. She's like, yeah, okay, we'll do it. Yeah. And then she had no idea they had this much of a following.
Yeah, none whatsoever. And that she was like, she goes, honestly, I always just thought he was kind of dull. Not
right.
Like,
he's just
not rude, but or anything like
name?
that. His name is Scott.
Scott from accounting. He was
always Scott from accounting. Yeah. So she goes, I just thought it was like that. I didn't know he was like a rock star. And I'm like, that's awesome. Because it's like we work in an office. Well, if he's
Scott single, maybe his chances just went up.
I don't know. I don't know his like marital status or whatever. But yeah, so because it's kind of like you and I work in an office building, and there's probably a lot of people that don't know that we do this ridiculously awesome podcast. So can you imagine that somebody's like going through YouTube or whatever, and then they go, hey, it's Matt
We know
Mooney.
Those guys.
Boom.
I'm sure that happens.
I'm sure. I have to assume so too. Like I'm going to assume
people who know us from college or high school, they're like, I know those guys.
We're people who know people, But this is the crazy thing too. So this lady proceeds to just drink and drink and drink. Like, and she was drinking before she got to me.
Right. She's going hard. She's going after it.
Yes. So then, and she seems like somewhat with it, but still drinking. As we're like, the show ends, we're ready to walk out. And he knew she was there. Like they waved and whatever.
Right.
He knew she was there. And all of a sudden, I go to leave and the bouncers are talking to her and she's like trying to get to some place and they're like, no. And then they're like, ma'am, you're going to have to leave. And I will say this, the 930 Club bouncers are way nicer now than they were back when then, I was going. Cause before it would have been, we're picking you up and throwing you out on the street. This lady decides to just like try to barrel her way through, like drunken sloppiness, just barrel. And it never works out for you folks.
Never.
When you go and almost attack a bouncer, it's never going to be in your favor.
Right.
But I'm thinking like this lady, she got thrown to the ground. It was a whole thing and it was her doing, it was not by any means the establishment, but I'm like, now she has to go see Scott in accounting like on Monday and go like,
yeah, he probably saw it all happen.
Well, I'm sure, or at least he heard about it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey, really, Marge, in accounting, did you really need to like thrash at my show?
Yeah, exactly. You embarrassed me.
Yeah, like how awkward is that? Like
he's never going to invite Marge again.
No chance. Like if you know the person, you want to be on your best behavior. You probably shouldn't be drinking. You could drink a little bit.
You
could drink a little bit, but you shouldn't get like way gone. You shouldn't get so gone.
Right. I mean, you don't want to be like standing on some dude's shoulders waving your top around.
No, which
throwing your bra at him, right?
I'm not gonna lie, that would have been hilarious too. Because if Scott in accounting's like, well, that's Marge.
Why don't you get on up here, Marge?
That would be hilarious. And so, but
she's like,
she probably got roughed up by some security.
I mean, she might be mad at Scott now or whatever. Like,
yeah, like there's no way she remembers like what happened. She probably is waking up the next day going,
why would she barrel at a big bouncer? Like that doesn't.
It was a couple of them. That was the thing. She was just like not listening to them. And they were extra polite and saying, ma'am, you're going to need to leave. We're going to have to ask you to leave type of thing. And she just went rampage, like straight on trying to go through. And I'm like,
she bounces off.
Yeah. And then she tried to barrel through and she just ended up smashing her face into the ground. It was a whole thing.
Oh,
and it was just like, oh, you poor, like you're a dummy. You're a dummy.
Why?
Because
why would she try that? That's just.
I don't know. She shouldn't. Don't get all drunk.
And
drunk
don't take on a bouncer,
especially if you know somebody in the band. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, don't take on a bouncer. And if you know somebody there, behave a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta step. You gotta drink a little bit. Have fun. Be festive.
I'm saying you can drink a lot. Just don't get stupid.
Yeah. Well, she got stupid, but anyway.
So she probably thought she could probably keep it going at a pace she was at, and then she was evidently wrong.
Yeah, no, and there was a lot of I guess there was other people from her office there too. So that's another thing is, hey, March and accounting got a little wild.
Maybe there's an IM going around about it, and everyone but Marge is on it.
Yeah. And the funny thing is,
what if there's pictures of her on the ground and stuff?
Well, what was funny is she kept going to her phone and texting things. It was oh my gosh, Scott's a rock star type of thing.
Yeah.
But you know how you see I always see the picture that they have on the front of their phone. It looked like a suburban family, she's got kids and stuff, and it's mom got a little wild and decided to thrash at the Emmett Swimming show. And so, a lot of crazy.
She let her hair down. Way to go, Marge. Way to go.
Yeah. But speaking of office, things, craziness that can go down. We had a situation that it is very sad, I should mention, but there was a kind of an interesting commentary to come out of it. But a person who I worked with but didn't really know that well.
It was an acquisition our company made.
Yeah,
the person
we don't have
worked
to go
there.
into too much detail, but either way, it's not somebody that we work with right next door to.
Right.
Unfortunately, passed away recently, and so I got tipped off a couple days ago because I've actually come in contact with the person a bit with what I do, but most of the company probably wouldn't have known. So the company did the right thing and they sent out a nice email, about the person, and then let everybody know that, he had passed away. And so, of course, that makes you think,
right. Well,
what were to happen if it were me? How would the company react?
Me and Matt started texting each other going, if that were us, it wouldn't have gone down like that.
So I figured if it was Mooney, it would literally the email headline would just go, the company just got a lot quieter today.
Right. And I said something like, hey, we lost a piece of furniture over the weekend.
Yeah.
And good news is, profits are up.
Yeah. It's safe to say no one would care. I don't think somebody would,
with the girl we had on our show, T, right? She would be like, oh, I can't transfer you. He's dead.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, well, what did he die of? Don't matter. What do you need?
It would be, he was fat.
You need bet tables. You need
so we were trying to think about it and what our obituaries would kind of look like if we were to have one. And here's the thing I thought about it is your family, I think, writes your obituary for the most part.
Yeah, they do.
So your immediate would be your wife.
She's not writing it.
She would have to write your obituary.
I think she has Rob, my brother's cell number. So she would be like, Rob, you have to write it. Right, because she's not writing it.
It would just be the greatest. Fat guy died.
Right.
The end.
I hope he has good life insurance.
Insurance money to me. Fat guy dead.
Yeah. I my fat husband never listened.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he has good life insurance. Right. Yeah. That type of thing.
That's why it's I think
that's why my brother would have to write it because she would not know what to say.
Yeah, he would do a good job at it. I think he would give you a good send off. Yeah. Now it's how many people read it. Nobody can really say.
Not many. Not many.
But I would actually
10 to 15.
I'm not going to lie though. If you dunked off before me, I would actually set the seed to have your wife write the obituary just for my own entertainment because I would definitely read it on the air. It'd be awesome.
Well, she wouldn't. Here's the thing. She wouldn't even write an obituary for a news column or whatever. She would just write something on Facebook.
Yeah. Which I would expect, but I think she would also do a karaoke song maybe for you.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. It would be Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead.
I was Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead, or something. I'm free to do what I want.
That'd be awesome. So I think at some point, I don't even know. Is it okay to write your own obituary? That way somebody else just can mail it in, because you might have to do that.
I'm very confident my brother would write me a good one. And there's no chance.
But he's your older brother.
I'm not outliving him.
It could happen. You never know.
There's no chance. My brother doesn't do. Okay, my brother doesn't. He's not as heavy, doesn't drink as much, and he's not as stressed.
Mm-hmm.
All three
mean
that I'm going first.
Yeah, the odds are definitely in your favor or in his favor. But I mean, so I guess you're somewhat safe. Rob, you'd better start working on it, sir.
Right. I mean, and here's the thing. I don't want something corny or cheesy, right? I just want something like, hey, survived by his brother and his wife. You know, maybe the Jets will win this weekend. You know, have fun in, whatever on the other side.
And do you want to be buried in like full Jets gear?
No, I want to,
cremated.
I want to be cremated.
You're cremated. Never mind.
I want to be cremated and like maybe like some ashes in the ocean, maybe like a little dropped at the Jets stadium. I don't know.
Could they put you in like a Jets mini helmet type of thing?
Yeah, you go. Or like a Jets urn. There's got to be a Jets urn.
I'm sure you can probably make it.
And if there's not a Jets urn, they should make one.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or he could just buy a regular urn and paint Jets on it. That'd be cool.
Solid.
Bam. There's an idea, Rob.
Jets on it. Jets urn.
Oh, hey.
There you go.
Jets urn.
See?
Resourceful.
That's awesome.
See?
I actually want a Jets urn right now. Just in case.
Look, you can get one with a
No, because then next you No, but the problem is if you have a Jets urn, you're going to wake up with your wife putting a lighter to your feet. You can be like, hey, what's going on? Nothing. Go back to sleep, So, yeah, maybe that's not a good thing for you. But anyway, so RIP to the person that passed away.
We didn't mean to make it like light of it.
No, we didn't mean to make light, but it's one of those things that you do. You can't help but think about it. There's a lot. 2023, by the way.
It's already off to a
terrible
vicious start. Vicious.
I forget what year it was. I want to say it was like 2018, but one of the years was just like death after death after like hit after hit. It was huge. Maybe it's 2016 because that's when Prince and David Bowie and Alan Rickman. Yeah, 2016. Terrible. I'm not gonna lie. 2023 is not looking good. 2023 is like it's young people. But then, just yesterday, Jeff Beck.
Yeah,
Jeff Beck, insane. So
I'm telling you, 2023 has not been kind.
Yeah. So it's something like I said, something you got to think about.
There you go.
Think about your.
Maybe I'll put maybe if they're running. Hey, what's the stock like on those Jets?
So so all kinds of interesting things to think about, folks. But
I don't think people like to think about that. We're morbid.
I don't think they do, and I think people,
we're morbid.
We're definitely morbid. I think it's because we're just willing to talk about it, and it's things that you have to talk about as you get older, especially. You should have these things up front.
Right, I know, but that means people talk about them in terms of wills and stuff. They don't talk about it in terms of writing their own obituary. They don't worry about that stuff.
I think people need to, though.
Are we going to be an obituary writing service? Subfacts obituary writing service?
Boom, son. See? You're gonna flip that stuff and put that money back into the business.
One free obituary for every every fog light you buy.
So like this past summer, my grandfather passed away, and he was very meticulous, military. He had binders of like step 1, step 2, like this is what you do from like death on, and it's. Sometimes you gotta have that stuff. It makes things so much easier for the rest of the family to be able to just all you're doing is following the directions.
Yeah, okay. There you go. All right.
So it's a thing to do. But like I said, I personally hope 2023 has no more deaths because it's already started.
There's a lot. There's too many already.
Can we just
need a break,
stop?
a month break.
More than a month. We need to just stop.
Stop. Okay.
And so anyway, 2023, get better. And so shape up 2022.
Shape up.
Yes. With that being said, I love that. It gets me every time.
It is. I love the beginning. I love the beginning. That's
it's so great. Thank you, Andy from creativeunderground.co.com. So movies of the week. I wanted to start off with a review. This past weekend, it was actually last Friday. The movie The Menu came on HBO. It's on HBO.
Still have to see it.
And I'm not going to lie.
This weekend.
The trailer doesn't do it justice. I went in and I was like talking to the wife and she was tired. We were both kind of tired and it was like, well, let's watch a little bit of it and then maybe we'll finish it up tomorrow. Or if it just stinks, we obviously will dump out.
They'll dump out, yeah.
And watched the whole thing.
Nice.
Loved every bit of it. So basically the premise of the movie is this guy's a chef. He's like this world-renowned, greatest chef in the whole wide world, multiple Michelin stars, has this like restaurant that's on an island off of, I want to say it's off of New York. But anyway, so it was $1,200 a plate or like a person to go visit. And so it's obviously nothing but rich snobs and all of that kind of good stuff. And so the chef basically creates this like dining experience and it gets extremely crazy. And it stars Anna Taylor-Joy, the girl from The Queen's Gambit.
Love her.
She's okay to look at.
Yes, very okay to look at.
Nothing wrong with her.
She's got like a unique look to her. It's not one of those like, oh my God, she's gorgeous. She's just got that unique look that you're like, okay, I can.
And the chef is played by Ray Fiennes.
Awesome.
And I can't help but think of Voldemort though every time I see him.
Yeah, I know. He does have that Voldemort look always.
But I will say this, I'm not going to give anything away. I'm convinced that the person who wrote and directed the movie had to have been a chef at some point in his life.
Because he just got so many things in terms of
just got
plating and
not only the actual dishes themselves, but how you feel about the various people eating the food.
Okay.
You know, you can't help but personalize it. So you want people to like your food. If people don't like your food, then you go crazy, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, an amazing, fantastic movie. And it's one of those movies that
Space Coast Bill has seen it.
Probably. And he can write in and tell me if I'm right or wrong. But for me, it's one of those movies that you actually think about after you saw it for like a day or so later.
It stays with you a little bit.
Yeah, it stays with you. It's not just one that you just throw away. And so
I'm excited. I got to see it.
Loved it. You, sir, definitely need to see it. And actually, I think Brian will probably like it more than you because Brian's kind of a foodie.
Yeah, Brian is a little snooty.
And he would be the guy who would pay the $1,200.
Oh, 100%. He would drive his
for the.
I'm not going to argue.
He would drive his Porsche there, and
well, you got to take a ferry. You got to take because it's an island. It's like its own island.
Then he would fly a private jet, right? Who knows?
He would, Brian's snooty like that.
Yeah.
But he would totally do that. So, Brian, you would appreciate it. So anyway, down to the movies that are coming out this week. I have no intentions of going to the movie theater. You probably shouldn't either. I guess the bigger movie coming out is the House Party remake.
What?
Remember House Party? Those movies
the
Kid and Play back in the day. I'm not gonna lie, I loved them. Like I saw every one of them.
Was there like 3 of them?
I think there was 3. There might have been some offshoots that went like straight to DVD.
I know 3 at least, right? There was House Party 1.
I saw 1, 2, and I think 3 in the movie theater. Everything else would have been outside of it. So I don't know, but my thoughts on it is like on one end, I kind of want to see Kid and Play, but on the other hand,
is it Kid and Play?
No, it's not. It's other people. It's new people. But what I would say is I will watch any movie that has a party involved. Like if it's one night of hijinks, I'm pretty much always going to watch it. If you think about it, like Superbad, Can't Hardly Wait.
Like 21 and X or whatever.
You know, all the movies where there's basically just like one big party, I'm always there. Like
I've seen a bunch of them. They're good.
Yeah. So I'm not going to rush to the movie theater to see it, but when it comes out,
to on demand
HBO,
or whatever,
I'll check it out. Because I think in the commercials they go to like LeBron James's house or something like that.
I don't think I'll see it.
Really? You're not a big fan of the House Party?
Yeah, I probably won't see it.
Oh, I loved them.
I mean, house parties were okay. Like
I don't like remakes, but they waited 20 years?
A long time. More than that.
30 years maybe.
Yeah, they were in the 80s, right?
Late 80s, early 90s.
Oh, I thought it was 80s.
No, it was late 80s, early 90s.
House Party was what?
No, because if you think about it, This is only because I remember
Kid and
Flavor
Play.
Flav and Public Enemy going
It's 1990
1989.
came out.
So that's what I'm saying.
So 30 years, 32.
Yeah, because I was like, House Party hadn't come out when Fight the Power came out. It's how my brain works. But yeah.
All right. So 32 years.
Boom.
33.
The next movie is probably going to be more up your alley. It's an action movie called Plane.
I've seen the preview
with Gerrard Butler.
I do love Gerrard Butler.
You do, and I think you're like the only one because
he's good. He was great in Greenland.
He keeps making movies that are like only for you. I think he does. The movie should, instead of Plane, should just be called Mooney. No,
I have seen the preview. I will definitely want to watch it.
Yeah. So basically,
at some point,
he plays a pilot of a commercial plane. And they have an ex-con or actually not an ex-con, but an actual con that's being transferred on the plane. And then the plane crashes. And then there's like all kinds of hijinks and action that goes on once the plane crashes. So in the very beginning of the movie, there's going to be a plane crash.
Yeah, well, it's a plane crash, and then they land in a certain area.
Yeah, it's
and
like
then
the survival. It's supposed to be like the Philippines, I think.
Of course, if it's Gerrard Butler, there's survival of some kind.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. So,
of course.
But once again, I will watch it when it's on HBO.
Although he's going down the Bruce Willis route, where he's going to be like in everything that's like not really. He's going to be red box.
How does that
not red box? But
how does that work on the scale? Does it go like Bruce Willis turned it down, Nicolas Cage turned it down, now Gerrard Butler, or is he like?
No, I think he might be like first now.
Okay, because Bruce Willis is retired, so
I think Gerrard Butler gets first nod, and then if he's like, no, this is dog crap.
Then it goes to Nicolas Cage, maybe. We'll see.
Right, like they probably went to Gerrard Butler for Renfeld, and then he was like, I can't do that.
Yeah, maybe. Brian's excited about Renfeld.
No,
he is.
No one is.
He is, because I said that too. I was like, I love Nicolas Cage. But
you can't want to watch that. Brian.
And I think he's doing another National Treasure.
I hadn't seen the trailer before I said that, because I was excited about the idea about it, and then I went and watched the trailer after last week's show, and it doesn't look that good.
No, it looks pretty weak. And the question Brian and I were talking about before that show last week was, does he know that is he in on the joke?
He is, of course.
Cage definitely knows he's a beam.
Yeah, and because right now he's just doing anything. It just seems like he'll literally do it. He'll do it. Brian, can you get him on our show?
Oh my God, that was awesome.
I think he can.
Remember we did the guy.
That's right.
Cage podcast. Nick Cage.
Yeah, we should get the real Nick Cage. He should be available to us after Don Farmer
or Nicholas Coppola, whatever we want to call him.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah, Don. We can get the same show.
That'd be awesome.
Farmer and Cage.
Boom. I don't know how we even got into Nicolas Cage. Oh, the Plane movie with Gerrard Butler. So I guess my thing is, don't run to the theater.
No, you don't need to run.
Wait till it comes on HBO.
There hasn't been any really run to the theater movies lately.
No, the funny thing is Avatar just got to a point where it made its money back. So now James Cameron is like, okay, I'm going to release, we'll do the other ones. And so it's like he was really just waiting to see how the rest of the world would take to it. It's now like the 7th largest movie ever.
Is it really done that well?
It's more worldwide rather than domestic.
Oh, worldwide. Yeah. Okay.
Domestic.
Well, I know domestic, it's only in the 300s, right? Or
it
something
might be more than that now, but I think worldwide it blew up because what it was in China.
What's it at domestic, Brian? I think it's at 350.
No, I think, but the big difference is China accepted it, where recently China hasn't been releasing a lot of the American movies, and so I think that kicked it over.
253 million at the domestic box office, which is not much.
That's cool.
But 600 million internationally.
Mm-hmm.
The movie cost way more than that.
Is that
that's
current? Is that
minutes
that's
ago.
actual? Okay, boom. Yeah. It's the international China money. Boom. What are you looking up? We're doing a show. Hey, honey.
I was responding to some
soon.
idiot who thought that we were going to get Bill O'Brien on the Jets, and I'm like, no, we're not. Frank Reich's coming to the Jets, but it's too early. I can't do it now because we're not in sports thing yet.
We're not. We're almost there, but we're not there yet. We'll get there. We'll talk about it in a second.
We're talking about Plane.
Okay.
And stupid Renfeld. I brought Renfield up.
You brought Renfield. That's on you, sir. So I'm going to do a really quick TV. There's not much to go on, but they released a trailer. Paramount, the channel, released a trailer for a show that comes out in April. And it's
April. It's 4 months away.
It's Grease, Rise of the Pink Ladies. And it takes place 4 years.
No.
It takes place 4 years before the Grease 1 and Grease 2.
You're not watching that.
You know I love me some Grease.
The Pink Ladies?
It looks awful. But for some reason, I'm going to check it out. I'll check out the first episode and see if I have to dump out or not.
Just because you like Grease so much, you're going to check it out.
I love Grease. Grease goes with me everywhere I go. If I'm ever traveling, I have a copy of Grease on me. So, and I love Grease too. Love Grease too. If they did a Grease 3, I would be there right then and there.
Well, who would play? I mean, who was going to be in Grease 3? Michelle Pfeiffer again?
Did we ever do a Grease remake?
No, we never recast Grease.
Oh, we need to.
We should recast Grease.
Okay, let's do it. Let's make it up. Not now, but homework.
Recast Grease.
Yes.
That's perfect. We've never done that.
We'll do the Pink Ladies. Danny, Sandy.
No. We gotta
lay the ground rules.
Travolta.
Yeah, Danny and Sandy. Then you have to have like Rizzo and Frenchie. You got to go Pink Ladies. You got to go them. You got to go.
Not the whole.
Yeah, I don't think you do everybody. You do Danny, Sandy, Rizzo.
You don't need to go
to like
Kenickie.
6 or 7.
Okay, how about this? Kenickie and Rizzo, and then Frenchie. How about that?
Okay, those 3.
Because those are the second in commands, right?
So that's 1, 2, 3,
so
4,
then
basically 5 people.
Okay, then do we throw
you got to
in
do the
like
principal,
the principal?
And you got to do the was it V the
coach?
Oh, you got to do the football coach. You got to do the secretary or whatever, the administrator.
Yeah, so you got to do the secretary and then the principal. Okay, I think we could do it. And folks, write into subfactspodcast@gmail.com.
2, 5, so we're at 8.
We'll do them quick. We'll not go.
Okay.
Because there's going to be
no
obviously.
More than that.
I think the big arguments are going to be Danny and Sandy and like the main characters. But if you threw in like, how many people are really going to argue over French? Maybe, I don't know. So, folks,
this is going to take some work. This is going to take some effort.
You have a week to figure it out. Subfactspodcast@gmail.com. We're going to do the show on next Thursday. So you have 1 week to write in your recasting of the movie Grease.
All right.
Not Grease 2, which I do love, but
Grease.
The original Grease recasting next week. Boom.
All right. That's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
So anyway,
it's not going to be easy.
It's going to be tough sitting through the show, Rise of the Pink Ladies, but I'm going to be there on night 1.
Of course you will. Of course.
There could be an offshoot.
I heard they already renewed Tulsa King for a 2nd season.
Fantastic. I will say the season finale was last week, and I loved it, but the only problem I had with it is, all the little things that you need to wrap up. It just felt like everything went too easy. It went easier than it
they wrapped it up too easy. Yeah. Okay.
I feel like they did, but then they had a twist ending.
Okay.
And so they leave you on the hook of like,
of course. So then they get a 2nd season out of it. No problem.
Tulsa King, by far, I think my favorite show of the year.
All right.
It's awesome. Stallone
rocks it all the time.
We knew it anyway. It was going to be great because he was in it. But
he's a pimp.
Probably the best thing for him. It's just awesome.
Love him.
So, yes. With that being said,
this is Cindy Starfall, and it's time for Mooney's Dugout. Love you, Mooney.
Boom.
And I love Cindy Starfall too. So bam.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to get into the NFL last because there's a lot going on because the playoffs start. But I mean, there's only like 2 non-NFL things on my menu today. So Georgia beat the snot cakes out of TCU on Monday night in the college football final of the college football playoff.
I don't watch, Was that expected though?
Yes, it was way expected.
Because wasn't there some kind of drama on why TCU was there to begin
They
with?
beat them 65-7. 65-7.
That's a fun game.
And Georgia held the ball for the last 5 minutes. They purposely didn't score.
Wow. Well,
They could have scored
65.
Right. They could have scored another 10 points at least or more.
So why is TCU even there?
Great question. Everyone thought TCU should be there, just like Cincinnati was there last year when Cincinnati got butt stomped. But everyone goes, oh, we want a cool story. We want someone.
You want that Cinderella story.
That's exactly right.
And you can't manufacture that.
I mean, they played their way into that game. I mean, they
did. And you're right, Brian. They did play their way into that game. They beat Michigan, who in college football playoffs are absolutely awful. They get completely out of their head and they don't know how to play and they get butt rolled. So I don't like Michigan. I don't like putting teams like TCU in. So now everyone had to watch that disaster of a game that Alabama could have played in.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama or Tennessee or even South Carolina or LSU or Penn State. Some team that wouldn't have got stomped.
Yeah.
But that's what happens. But the two games before that were iconic. The college football games before that where TCU beat Michigan and Ohio State lost to Georgia on a last-second field goal. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
So NFL news, Damar Hamlin is okay.
Yeah.
Which is way surprising because I thought he was.
Yeah, we talked about it and you were like, I don't think he's gonna make it.
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna make it.
He also just, I think it was today, put in paperwork to copyright 2 sayings or whatever. So he's making some money off.
Well, I mean, he should make money off it.
I think
because I don't know if he's going to play football again.
I don't think he probably will, but I think it was Buffalo and the NFL Players Association. They came up with a way to pay off his contract or pay his full salary.
That's good. That's
which is great because I really don't think he's, it's in his best interest in all.
And it's his best interest to invest that money in a smart account. He's got money for the rest of his life.
Well, not only that, but I think he could. I've never heard him speak or anything, but I think
he could parlay that to a movie.
Based on his situation, he could probably get maybe like a commentator gig or something along those lines. Because if you think about it, when are you ever going to get the whole country? The whole country is behind this guy.
And by the way, there's a movie. It's a whole. There's a movie for this.
You don't care about the team anymore. You care about the guy. So I think he's got a ton of opportunity outside of the game.
Absolutely does. The Jets and the Commanders both have fired their offensive coordinators.
Which I don't understand how, Ron Rivera basically talked to the guy. They put a little press release out. When am I going to see the press release on Ron Rivera?
That's the more important one.
They're selling the team. They can't fire the head coach while they're selling the team.
He makes a good point.
Oh, so it's as soon as Jeff Bezos buys it, then good, because that guy sucks. How is it that he didn't realize that the playoff implications of the game that he
craziest story.
By the way, there's no true. That can't be true at all.
It can't be.
He admitted that he didn't know. He admitted he just didn't know.
Is that a cop-out? I mean, is that just an easy way to say, I really messed up?
I feel it because I'm how does he not know? Somebody has to know.
I mean, you have to know. You have to know your team's record and what the chances are and what the implications of the game are.
You should know that every single Monday morning going into the next week. Yeah.
It's your job as coach to know the implications, to tell your team, look, we still have a shot at this thing.
He should be fired on the spot for saying I didn't know.
Well, Brian's right. That's why they're not.
But no, couldn't they fire him and put an interim coach in at the? Why does he have to stay there?
They can't. They have to let all the new.
I guess because there's no more games.
I mean, offense coordinator is no big deal, but Brian's right. They have to let the new people
the general
come
manager
in.
And the head coach have to wait till the new owner.
No. As far as I'm concerned, and I'm a fan of the team.
And
both of those positions.
No, get rid of all of them.
They are. That's the thing.
Clean house. Get rid of them.
And the new owner is going to want to do that anyway.
Yeah. So
the new owner is going to want their guys in there. The new owner is not going to want to come in and go, oh, I got a GM that doesn't like me. No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. No. Can't wait. Can't wait.
So, I mean,
Ron Rivera is the GM and the head coach for the Commanders. So they did kill two birds with one stone.
Mm-hmm.
And the Jets got rid of Matt LaFleur, who, led the Jets to 0 touchdowns in the last 3 games. 0. No touchdowns in 3 games. Yeah. How do you do that? How do you score no touchdowns in 3 games? With 3 different quarterbacks.
Yeah, you put on Jets uniforms.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. No wonder he's gone. They said it was a mutual parting.
Wasn't he the new coach? He was like the
He was the new he was there last year. But I love these mutual partings. Mutual partings?
It's never mutual when one has the ability to fire you and you
right. Does that go, hey, can you fire me? Apparently, some people wanted to talk to him. About what? Running their Coke machine?
He never went to the GM and said, hey, by the way, I should probably be fired. It's mutual.
There was rumor people inquired about his status. I'm like, what are you going to hire him for?
Greenskeeping?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What is he going to be good for? What did he show you that you want to put him on board?
I've said this time and time again. I have never understood how a failing coach can continue to get hired.
Absolutely.
I call it the Marty Schottenheimer, R.I.P. Marty. But I mean, this guy never really got any. He could get you so far. But I think he coached every team. I think he coached every team.
A lot of these I get them. Okay, a lot of coaches, they're good coordinators. Mm-hmm. So I get them getting coordinator gigs. Like Josh McDaniel, he's probably going to get fired next year, but he's a good coordinator. Mm-hmm. There's no arguing his coordinator abilities.
Yeah.
But he's not a good coach.
Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah. No, I get you.
I'm just saying, some people are good coordinators. They're not good coaches.
Yeah. Anyway, I love to see the firings.
And one of the texts was Jets are probably going to chase Frank Reich, who didn't do that well he did okay as a head coach, but he may be a good coordinator. And he's really good with quarterbacks, and we have a quarterback problem, so he's probably going to come to us.
There you go. Boom.
Maybe. But let's get into the NFL odds because the playoffs are starting. I don't want to go over every one of them, but the best odds, the 4 best odds, KC Chiefs plus 350. So 3.5 to 1 that the Kansas City Chiefs will win the Super Bowl. The Bills are at 4 to 1. 49ers are at 6 to 1. And the Eagles are 5.5 to 1. Those are your top 4. Your bottom 4 are the Jaguars at 50 to 1, Giants 55 to 1, the Dolphins 60 to 1. And your Seattle Seahawks 70 to 1. So, if you think Geno Smith is going to take to the promised land and win, put $10. That's $700 in your pocket.
Well, you know who I'm rooting for?
Who?
Philadelphia.
What?
I told you that.
Oh my God.
Anytime the Redskins or Commanders are not in the playoffs and Philadelphia is, I root for Philly all the way.
Well, put $15 on them. You'll get the cost of your mystery box.
Yeah. I'll put $50 on it. If you go to make the bets.
$15. Yeah. You'll make, 5 times, 75 plus. Yeah. You'll make $80.
There you go. I'm for it.
I'm thinking I really do. Okay. So my picks for the championship games in the Super Bowl are the following. I think the Chargers are going to play the Bills and the Chargers are going to upset the Bills. I think the 49ers are going to play the Cowboys and the 49ers will win. And 49ers Chargers Super Bowl. And the victor is the 49ers.
I thought the Cowboys play the Bucks.
They do. But that would be the second round. Then
so you think the Bucks the
49ers, I believe, are the 1 seed. No, they're the 2nd seed. Mm-hmm. So the Cowboys, if they win, I don't believe they would play I think if the Cowboys win, they play the Eagles. Mm-hmm. If everybody wins as they should, Cowboys should play the Eagles, and then the 49ers would play someone else so they could meet in the final.
Okay. Boom.
But it's not guaranteed.
It never is. It's all good.
So that's what I think. obviously, we'll see. But what's interesting, and I think they had it last year, and maybe they have it. I don't know if it started last year, but they have a Monday night playoff game. So there's a Monday night game, and it's a playoff game, and it's the Cowboys versus the Bucks.
It's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird.
It is weird.
I don't like that because there's people that have to get up in the morning and can't stay up the whole time.
Well, you know I will.
I know you will, but I mean, there's a lot of people that can't.
Right. Especially like your Floridians that get up at like 6 a.m., 5 a.m.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I mean,
everybody in Florida gets up at 5 a.m.
I mean, it's a sunshine state. The sun probably
gets them earlier.
I don't know. It probably comes through, and it's one of those.
How it works, but okay.
It just seems like a state where people get up
early.
They
just get a bunch of blue hairs.
By the way, yes, I was going to say there's a lot of old people there.
A bunch of blue hairs.
Old people get up early. You know that.
They do. They get up way early.
They get up. Oh, you know what they do? They get up early. They make bacon, leave 2 pieces, and they get out of people's house.
That's a hint to last week's show, folks.
All right. Well, that's the. Thank you, Cindy. That's all, folks. That's all, folks.
And then my wife's favorite portion of the show.
Mailbag.
Oh, we got some mail. Love it.
Mailbag.
I think she said she loves hearing your mom's voice. She said she complained because she goes, last time you did it, the voice didn't come out. You didn't raise the volume enough.
You didn't raise.
So tonight I was checking out the board and she was like, you have the volume correct on like that's her part. She loves your mom. We all love your mom.
She's a very lovable person.
Yes.
All right. The email this week is from Space Coast Bill, and Space Coast Bill writes in the subject of "You guys were on a roll until last week."
Yeah.
2023. He goes on to say, I just wanted to correct something Matt said last week in the movie segment. Tom Cruise hoped to make the first feature-length movie in space while also being the first civilian to perform a spacewalk, but neither are going to happen. The Russians made a movie already called The Challenge, which is due out in April. Space Coast is actually excited to see that movie, but due to the Russian war in Ukraine, he doubts that it's going to be made available in the U.S. The trailer is out on YouTube, and Space Coast thinks it looks pretty impressive to a space junkie. And SpaceX is also planning the first civilian spacewalk in a few months, so Tom won't be the first for that either.
Oh, dude, he totally destroyed you.
Well, you know what, though? He's got inside scoop. Like
he's Space Coast.
I'm a dumb guy. No, but I've established I'm an idiot when it comes to a lot of this stuff.
But the thing is, you put it out there, and he's gonna roast you.
I know. No, and I can't. He's got inside scoop. I love the fact that he gave us that tidbit of information. It's
very helpful.
Yeah, I love the fact that he gave the other movie aspect because I'll check it out too. If we can get a bootleg copy.
There's no way they're going to show it here. He's right. There's no way.
No, but he's got inside connection. Maybe we can get a bootleg.
I was going to get a bootleg.
He's people who knows people.
He knows bootleg people?
Space Coast people are going to be passing.
He knows astronauts, space people. Absolutely.
And they're okay. So now the astronaut people know the mob, and they're going to get bootlegs.
It's not that hard to get bootlegs. Go to the dark web.
Yeah, exactly.
So the astronaut people they're now on the dark web.
If there was a movie
I don't
about
think astronaut people are on the dark web. They're probably pretty legit.
If there was
up and up guys.
If there was a movie about the payments industry that was underground, we would have access to it.
No, we don't know anyone underground. You can't say that you know someone underground. You have nobody. You don't know anybody. And you can't talk the underground talk.
I've witnessed quite a few bootleg movies in my time. That's what I'm saying.
I understand, but you don't know the.
Plus, there's all those websites
you can
go to just that stream movies that illegally.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Stop.
I think you should give Space Coast a little bit more credit, sir.
I'm not saying I'm not going to give him credit. I'm saying
he's people who knows people in that industry,
and that maybe he could see it from a legitimate standpoint from that angle, but he's not going dark web.
He could. hook us up with a little link or something like that, I think it'd be okay. Which, by the way, he brings up a point, and I don't know if it has anything with the war in Ukraine or anything like that, but I saw on the Today Show today that there's some people that are on the International Space Station, and they basically, for lack of better terms, a Russian, like, I'm going to call it a cab, a space cab comes in, capsule picks them up, and then they fly back down to Earth.
Right. And
they were supposed to go like yesterday or something like that, but due to complications with the capsule, they couldn't go. And the best is they can't go. The next time that they can actually catch the window or whatever, catch the cab to go back home is in September.
What?
So just when you get your bags all packed, you're ready to go. You're like, man, I'm going to kiss my family when I see them, all this kind of stuff. And they're like,
no,
hey guys, you can unpack a little bit.
So they got stuck another 9 months.
Yeah. And so,
oh Lord,
can you imagine? Like,
no, I can't. I would be, because here's the thing. You feel claustrophobic knowing that you can't go anywhere. Like when you're on a mission, you can at least look forward to your mission. You go, look, I'm here for 30 days or whatever. And you go, there's a end time of when I'm going to go. You get all excited for that time and then get told you got to wait 9 more months. That sucks. Oh my
it would make you feel claustrophobic if you
I wouldn't. That's why I would never go to space. That's why.
And like, what if you got to a point where like, I hate you, you hate me. Just, we got one more day to do, and then we're done. We don't ever have to see each other again. And then like command center's like, hey,
sorry,
9 months. So,
hey man, sorry.
Yeah.
I said a little things I shouldn't have.
I know. So I feel bad for those dudes. But obviously they'll handle it like champs. And
that's insane. I'm getting nauseous just thinking about it.
Well, thank you for the email, Space Coast.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, thank you, and welcome to 2023, Space Coast Bill.
Do we have any more?
No, that was
damn.
Yeah. Well, next week we're gonna have a bunch because we
gave out homework.
The Grease recasting. Boom.
I wish people would more write in. I want people to write in more. 2023 is like the year of the non-writing.
And we hit a spike too. Like we have like mad numbers in the U.S. now. We still have our.
Where are the people? Where are the write-ins?
I called them out last time and I still haven't heard. But there's Washington State. That somebody in Washington State keeps, like, we're getting a decent amount of downloads. We're getting a ton.
Come on, Huskies fans.
Yeah, like, get in there. Yeah, never mind. So, get in there. Write a subfactspodcast.
Or the Cougars.
At gmail.com.
I think that Washington State is the Cougars. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Well, maybe after the unboxing, maybe more people will be invested and they'll check us out and want to write in. But once again, subfactspodcast at gmail.com.
Bam.
Boom. I'm gonna forget. I think it's this one. Awesome. So, Backstage Pass isn't going to be too terribly long, but I just wanted to do another RIP for Jeff Beck, who passed away yesterday or the day before.
The day before,
I think it was the day before, and he was literally just touring with.
So he's just touring and then he comes back and then he passes.
Yeah, no, he ended up getting meningitis.
Ugh.
And the meningitis did him in. And so apparently Johnny Depp was at his bedside when he passed away. They say he passed away peacefully, but man, like, it's really sad because Jeff Beck was like an insane guitar player. And I will say he was one of the first guitar players in my world that once you heard him once and you could realize how distinct his guitar playing is. Right. Like everybody has their own sound and it's like their own voice.
Stuff. Yeah.
Like Steven Tyler from Aerosmith has the distinct voice. It's an Aerosmith song. You can just hear any little bit and you go, that's Jeff Beck. And I found him, a lot of people don't know this, but he actually did the guitar work on the Young Guns 2 soundtrack, which was all John Bon Jovi. So it might as well have been a John Bon Jovi solo album, but Jeff Beck did all the guitar work. A lot of people think it was Richie Sambora, but once you hear a lot of it, you're just like, nope.
Jeff Beck.
Like Blaze of Glory, distinct Jeff Beck. And so, so I've always loved Jeff Beck, and he also introduced me to Tal Wilkenfeld.
Who in the hell is that?
She played bass for him. She's from Australia, young girl. She was like,
She hot?
I think so. She's got a distinct look to her. But when she was like a
crazy hair. Jeez.
She was like a young prodigy, and she was probably 17, 18, whatever. And he put her basically on the main stage, and she could like jam on the bass, just go back and forth with him.
I don't know.
And so yeah,
I wouldn't
Wilkenfeld.
say no.
If you actually, there's a video of her playing with him at a big, huge festival. If you actually watched her play, you'd probably amp up a little bit more. I think it's that
her dress is kind of weird. I'm not the biggest fan of curly hair, but
no, but I'm saying if you actually see her play the bass, and it's pretty attractive.
All right,
because it's like, way to go. She actually is very solid. But thanks to Jeff Beck, I learned who Tal Wilkenfeld was a long time ago.
There you go.
So, yeah. Good.
Thank you, Jeff. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Jeff. Secondary, I started listening to an audiobook that it actually came out last year, but I don't even think we talked about it. Brian may have, I'm not really sure, but I started. Okay. I started listening to Dave Grohl's audiobook or book. I think it's called The Storyteller. Fantastic. It's what I like about it is, most of these like autobiographies were like, I was born here, then it went to second grade, third grade, it just kind of worked its way. This one, he kind of just tells stories, and it kind of goes back and forth from like how he, his childhood, but also, current life. And I will say it's really cool if you grew up in this area, because he did too.
Right.
So a lot of the places he references
are in this area.
So where I got the palette mystery boxes was the same stomping ground area where he grew up. So I, kind of have similar, I came here in high school. So all the same things he was talking about, I have literally visuals for all of it. So it's really, really cool. He's extremely descriptive in his writing, I guess. But it's very entertaining. And I'm not a huge Foo Fighters fan. I didn't like Nirvana. I've always kind of liked Dave. He just seemed like a really good dude, and he really comes across.
So it's entertaining.
It's very entertaining. You don't have to be a super fan, anything like that. It's really good. So
what's the book called?
It's called The Storyteller.
Tales of Life and Music.
Yeah. So definitely check it out.
Tales of Life and Music.
Since I don't read, it's audiobook for me.
Oh, I do audiobooks. You know me. I do about 3 audiobooks a month.
Yeah, but it's really good. So Dave Grohl,
I'm doing the audiobook I'm doing now is called Never Have I Ever. You know that game? Never Have I Ever
listen to Dave Grohl's book.
Yeah, exactly.
What is that? How does that happen? Is it just nothing but Never Have I Ever's?
No, that's
because you're like, I haven't either.
That's the start of the book.
Take a drink if you haven't done this.
No, it's a fiction book, but it's
okay.
So I'm all fiction. So it starts off with they play that game, and then it gets more devious from there.
Yeah, I've realized I've now listened to 2 audiobooks in a row, and they're all musical autobiographies.
Well, I mean, that's your wheelhouse,
and that's what I'm saying. I'll listen to. I don't care who the band is, who the person is. I'm listening to it if it's an autobiography from a.
Yeah, and I'm I like certain authors, so I mean, typically I'll listen to a lot of books from the same author.
Yeah, boom, awesome. So
I've been listening to Bryan Cranston. I'm actually listening to it now. Bryan Cranston's audiobook, A Life in Parts.
You're not important. No, I'm just kidding. No,
it's good. And he tells awesome. Like one story in there. When he was younger, he went to Europe he was like training to be a cop, and he wanted to be a cop, and he was in that junior cop thing, that like Junior Explorers or something like that. I think it's what it's called. And he went on and he only did it because he wanted to go on this month-long trip to tour Europe, and all the teenage boys figured out that like they would go visit the red light districts there, and that's like they all lost their virginity on the trip, and then that's all they did. Every city they went to is they went to all the different red light districts.
Machine.
So
Bryan Cranston's the new
Bryan
Machine.
Cranston. I like him. He's good.
My problem with him is I want to like him, but I hate his face.
His face.
And
Yeah.
and like I know Breaking Bad, all the Breaking Bad people are gonna hate me, but like
His
I
face
tried.
is kind of annoying.
I watched the first episode 5 times, still can't get past
His
it.
face
Like
is very annoying.
his face annoys me. He hasn't
It's
been in
such a
anything
good
that I
show.
liked. Like I didn't like Malcolm in the Middle. I didn't like any of
I
that
did like the
stuff.
movie with Kevin Hart. That was good, but his face does annoy
Yeah,
me.
like that was okay. I didn't mind that. And then he was in that movie with the lottery one, somebody in March.
Right, and then he's in the
Just
he
fine with
does
that.
one with who is the actor that got blackmailed? Franco, one of the Francos.
James Franco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
he
it
was
was
the
like-
father, and
Why
yeah.
did you pick him?
I
or
just
something? I can't remember.
he doesn't.
Why him?
Why
something
him?
like
I
that.
think. Yeah, everybody loves him, and he seems like a nice guy. I don't want to like disparage him from that, but not for me.
Yeah, it would be hard to be his friend because his face is so annoying.
His face annoys me so bad. You know, those people have those faces that it looks like it hurts.
Yeah,
Like you're just like
it does.
"Ah,
It looks
your
like
face
he's
looks
annoyed
it
about something
hurts."
always.
Like it looks so like tense or rigid or whatever that you
Right,
just
like
feel
or
like
he's constipated. Right, something.
oh, you know when you get like windburn, you know?
Yes,
It's like a windburn.
He
hurt
does. He has
face.
windburn face. Constant
Yes.
windburn face.
100% windburn face.
Right. That's you're like, dude, like, why do you always have your face like you got windburn?
If we weren't naming the show like Mystery Box something to get people to watch, it'd be Windburn Face.
Well, we can still name windburn face.
Like Windburn Face is his name. Your new Delta Talcai name, Windburn Face. Why?
Windburn face. A Life in Parts, Bryan Cranston. It should be
Yeah.
a life with windburn.
It should be
face.
called My Face Hurts by Bryan Cranston. So
Stupid face.
dumb. Thanks, Brian. Derailing the show.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Dumb face.
So
All right.
awesome.
Well, we've said a lot.
We have. I think we've crammed a lot into this show.
Speaking of cramming, all music, all tech support for Subfacts is provided by our friend Andy at Creative Underground. He runs a state-of-the-art production studio in our hometown of Leesburg, Virginia. We can all find out more by going to his website, but that's not all. He does pro karaoke. He does corporate events, youth sports, audio and visual training. Like the guy does it all. He has gift cards. You have to check him out. He does those video like live streams or concerts like Iron Maiden and whatever.
Oh, he
And
just put up another one. The band is called Subhumans. Awesome. I watched
see,
it.
there you go. I mean, he's always putting
yeah.
up something really
You
entertaining.
definitely want to go to
Check
Creative
out his
Underground.
Facebook. Check out his Facebook page, www.creativeunderground.com.
.co, not .com. But I will say his YouTube presence is the one where you get the concert footage.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
his
go to
YouTube page.
Creative Underground on his YouTube page and you'll see a bunch of good concerts.
There you go.
Boom. Okay, the next is Ben from KStreetPhotographyDC.com. What can you say about Ben that hasn't already been said
He's
a
pimp.
bunch of times?
I've already said that a lot of times, though.
That is true. And he took a lot recently. He's been doing a lot of like DC photo shoots.
Yeah, he's been in DC. Like every time I pull up his Facebook, DC, I'm like, what?
Well, I think that's why he's Ben from K Street Photography DC, because he's literally he is the king of DC.
king of DC.
Like I think like there's Ben's Chili Bowl, and then there's Ben from K Street Photography DC.com. Like, I think everybody just knows those are the pillars of Washington DC.
Ben and Ben.
Yeah, exactly. And so so basically Ben is an award-winning image builder and FAA certified pilot of drones.
Absolutely.
They specialize in commercial real estate marketing, business headshots, team imaging, corporate events, drone cinematography, and providing website and social media branding packages.
Yep. He does it all. I mean, like you just give a guy the call and he'll be like, look, I got you.
Yeah. Like he literally made us look good. So,
and that's nearly impossible, but
yeah. And no makeup either. We weren't like wearing makeup or anything like
I don't
that.
think I would want to wear makeup. I would if people paid me.
Our
but I'm not a
makeup
big
was
makeup
his
guy.
camera.
The thing is I'm not a big makeup guy. Like I touch my face too often. Like
we would be miserable wrecks if we had makeup on.
I do because I touch my face too often. I'm always doing like one of these or one of these or one of these.
I had to do it when I worked like as a on a film set back in the day, and because I was a character within the movie, and it just feels weird.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do it.
It's not for me.
I could not be a girl. I could not be a girl and wear makeup every day.
We would be the ones that push the whole all natural. We go, look, we're being natural.
Well, I mean, I would shave my, whatever and stuff, but I wouldn't, and I wear deodorant.
Your hoo-ha or your
hoo-ha.
No, but I mean, like, of course, you shave your legs, I'm assuming.
Arms, legs, everything. The only thing I just wouldn't do is makeup, and I would just hope that I'm good looking without it.
Is we would have to go with the whole like we're being natural, and people would embrace us because we were being strong and fighting.
I would hope. I mean, at best, I would shoot for Lazy Saturday. I mean, at best.
Well, if we looked like we do now,
you're not even Lazy Saturday.
I always think about that too. Like, we're in a situation where like your personality kicks. We have to work our personality.
Guys, you can work personality when you're a guy.
Because at no point is anybody swiping us without knowing what our personality looks like.
I'm staying off Tinder.
But if you're a girl that looks like us, you don't have even that. Like, how good a personality can you possibly have? Because I've seen like
you'd have to hope for the really down to earth guys.
There's a comedian named Bridget Everson. I think she's hilarious. I've seen her like stand up stuff. She's in a show on HBO. I think she's hilarious. At no point could she ever like come up to me if I was single and she'd
be like, "Hey, how about it?" Like, how about
being her as she is now?
How about a go?
Like, she gets off a stage and she says, "Hey, me and you."
You're not throwing her.
I'm still gonna no, because she looks like us.
You're not throwing her
in drag. Like, I just can't. Not for me. So it's definitely a tougher road to hoe.
It is. I agree.
But anyway, fortunately, if you are in that status, though, you need Ben.
You need Ben. He'll make you look good.
Ben's gonna at least get you a good leg up.
And someone who doesn't need a leg up, because literally. He's hot as fire right now. Big dog auto detailing. We did have a nice run of good weather. I think it's ending. So we're getting into a little bit of the winter months. You may be able to get him scheduled, get your ceramic done, get your car cleaned, make it look perfect before the weather starts coming in. All I'm saying is the guy can do cars, trucks, trailers, boats. You name it, he'll do it. Just give him a call, 571-233-8716, and tell him Subfact sent you.
Big dog auto detailing. Boom.
Boom.
Okay, folks. I know for a fact our numbers have gone up drastically within the last week.
So get your emails in.
So, folks, you can't hide. We see you.
We see you.
So write in subfactspodcast@gmail.com. Remember, the homework is
Grease recasting.
Grease 1.
Grease 1 or the original Grease.
The original Grease recasting.
I hate Grease 1. I hate it. It just drives me nuts.
You do. But anyway.
I don't know why I don't know why I can't get over it.
Actually, we should clarify because it sounds like you don't like the original Grease. What he's talking about is when people say, I loved Rocky 2, but I didn't like Rocky 1.
Yeah,
because the movie wasn't.
You say Rocky 1 to me, you're gonna drive me crazy.
Because the movie wasn't called Rocky 1; it's original Rocky. So, if you say Rocky 1, you're saying it wrong. That's what he's talking about.
It's the original. Like Nightmare on Elm Street. Mm-hmm. It's not called Nightmare on Elm Street 1.
Oh, I got to tell you that. I got a Robert Englund autograph.
I know you showed me. You did it on Facebook. That's
awesome. Okay, cool.
Love it.
But anyway, let's back to the subject at hand. Write in subfactspodcast@gmail.com with your Grease recasting picks, and we will read them on the air. Even if you didn't see Grease and you don't want to participate in that, write in anyway about something different. You can tell us what you liked, what you didn't like, all that good stuff. If you have connections to Dawn Farmer on TikTok, get her on the show, have her reach out to Brian, and we can make this happen.
We are making her happen.
I think so.
She's coming on the show. It's happening.
Yes. And the newbies who want to profess their love to our show and show all their friends.
Or us.
Exactly. Go to subfactspodcast.com where you can pick up all the merch.
And we'll sign it. We'll sign anything. We'll get I'll sign your pillow, your mug. I'll find a way.
Yes. And so anyway, get the Subfacts merch at subfactspodcast.com. Once again, if you're new and you want to tell everybody where we are, we're on all major platforms, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple, Pandora, all YouTube.
Pandora. That's right, Pandora.
And we're on Pandora.
I thought you were talking about the other Pandora.
Oh, no. We're not Navi.
I'm like, what?
No, dumb.
You got bracelets?
Yeah, no, we're not there yet. So anyway, I think that's it.
Oh my God, if we had little faces on those little like jewels that go in your bracelet, that would be awesome.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You lost me, sir.
I thought isn't Pandora like am I wrong?
The jewelry?
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's also Pandora from like the blue people. Navi,
right. What I'm
Avatar.
saying, I understand,
but that's the planet.
No, it's something.
The movie in it, Avatar.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
What I'm saying is, I want like little jewels to have our faces on them.
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah. You know what? I think my goal would be is if one of our listeners, you know, how they get like the caps in their teeth. If they could get a cap, the one front has me and then one front has you.
God, that would be so cool.
How awesome would that be? If they like with the little microphones and everything.
And then they had like a face tattoo with Subfacts.
Yes. And even put a Brian off to the side. That would be dope. So, okay, folks.
That was good. All right.
Yeah. So write in subfactspodcast@gmail.com.
See you next time.
Boom. Stay safe.